Welcome to Westbridge Hills 22, I am Black Carapace, and this is our Use Machinery Challenge. We are back on Westbridge Hills. You'll see a couple of bits of kit in here. These aren't ours, these we used for a contract that we've completed. I've done it off camera. It was we never did a contract in October. I'm pretty sure we didn't do one in September either. And we needed the money. We were down to like 89 grand. I needed the money, basically. So there's, oh, we've gone up to 94. There's where are we at? What do I want? I want this one. We did a bail on contract. We made 110 grand off the bails, and actually we still make money because they're at the BGS slowly feeding through. So that's still going to go up, probably by quite a bit as well, actually. And if we go down here, there's a contract that we're going to complete. It was on field 13. I'll show you field 13 in a second, but 68 grand, we will complete that. So there was our October contract done, and that was that was field 13. It was massive. I know we've done it before. I think one of the first contracts we did was actually on that field. It might have actually been the first contract we did. So that takes up to 274 grand. Like I said, that money's going to keep going up as that's feeding through. That trailer is ours. We bought that right at the end of the last episode, and I bought it because it's got these straps on, and I'm hoping that's what we're going to start shifting things like the eggs and the wool. We're going to go in here because there is something in the used machinery that we're going to buy straight off the bat, and there it is. Versatile 4-wheel drive beast. That is what we're going to get. That's what we've been waiting for. Something like this. We do need a 3-point on. Am I going to pay the extra? Tell you what, we'll just leave it at... Or should we just pay the extra now? 185 grand. Nah, we'll pay the extra. Why not? We don't need that because we're not going to be using this tractor for something like that, are we? This tractor's definitely going to not be getting used to pull a ball sprayer. So nearly 186 grand. This is going to set us back, but this is what we've been waiting for. We've needed this for ages. I can't remember who it was because it was weeks ago. But someone mentioned about getting rid of the John Deere, the big John Deere. I can't remember what's the number on it. The 8960. Someone mentioned about getting a big tractor and getting rid of the John Deere. That's what I wanted to do. I couldn't do that until one came up. Obviously, we're not allowed just to buy new machinery. We have to wait for it to come into that used machinery section. So. I mean, look at that. That is an absolute monster, isn't it? 22 mile an hour. It takes up the entire road. But I mean, we're not going to stay in this in-game day. All I come in for was to finish that contract, to show you that we were finishing that contract, and to buy this. Because I've seen it pop up as soon as we started the day. I seen it pop up and I was like, yeah, we need that. 100% we need that tractor. So, is it even going to fit next to it? Is it going to fit in there? Let's see if it does. I mean, this is all the power we need now. And there we go. Versatile 620. Love it. Absolutely love it. I didn't repair it, did I? I should have repaired it. We'll repair it at some point. I mean, look how small that looks compared to it. Right. We've got a worker doing the weed spraying on here. In fact, we did have a worker doing the wheat spraying. The worker's decided I'm not playing anymore. For whatever reason, I don't know. We'll get this going again, and as soon as we do, what I'll do, I'll skip into the next day. Don't be surprised if we don't come back in November and we actually come back in December, because I don't think we actually have, without doing a contract, I don't think we actually have anything to do in November. Do the eggs peak in November possibly? That would be the only thing we maybe have to do. But I mean, none of this is going to be, none of our fields are going to be ready. I don't think our grass field's going to be ready. So, yeah. Right. I'm going to finish this, and we're going to skip straight into whatever month we're going to skip into next. So, no plan. We've come into November, and like I was saying, we haven't actually got anything to do in November. However, something's just popped up. So what we're going to do is we are going to part company with the 8960, and the reason we're going to do that, so let's repair, repaint and sell. So that gives us 161, but we're going to replace it with this class Axion. So we're going to get that instead. We are going to just get the base model because I don't think we'll be able to afford. Yeah, we can't. So we can't afford the 445 horsepower version, but we can afford the 325 horsepower version. Everything's going to be kept exactly the same. We're going to get it as is, 133 grand. And there is our second tractor in the space of like 6 minutes. I can't believe we waited this long, and literally within no time, I might as well take this trail down right now. Within no time, we've been able to upgrade, like massively upgrade as well. I was going to say 2 of our tractors, but we've only sold 1 of them, haven't we? I wonder if now's the time to sell the Digitrack, because we now have this. We have the Versatile, we have the little John Deere. The thing I like about the Digitrack is it's really, really cheap to run, and it's something like 170 horsepower as well. It isn't really a small tractor. It's fairly decent. So I'm not sure. It's something I'll have to think about. What we will do quickly while we're on, I just have to go and make space over with the sheep because they're running out of space. In fact, we'll do it quickly with the eggs as well. In fact, let's this might not be as short a segment as what I was going to. Yeah, November's top price. Are we 2 6s anywhere? Yeah. Oh, I own the bakery. Disregard that. I don't own Johnson's Farmers Market though. Let's get that set up that we've just had there. And we might as well take all these down. We're not exactly flush with money at the minute, so why not? The fields are coming along fine. There's no change at the minute. That sorghum, it's going to be ready I think in another 2 months time, and the grass field will be at a cut next month. And then the cotton field is cotton Cotton's about 8 months or something, isn't it? It's not a quick one. Am I going to get 3 on here? If we move these over a little bit. I think 3 is going to be make you fly up in the air. Now we'll be alright. We'll carry on stacking like this. I mean, this is going to give us a good chunk of money, isn't it? This is the first lot of eggs we'll have actually sold. I think it might be. Right, I shall carry on doing this, and when we've finished, we will start heading down to Johnson's Farmers Market. Right, as you can see, it's not just the eggs that we've loaded up. We've actually loaded some of the wool as well. And the only reason I've done that, wool's not at its highest right now, although there is, by the looks of it, a bit of a great demand on at the same place we're going to, Johnson's Farm Market. However, it's still like £600 a litre. Sorry, per 1,000 litres. Don't crash. That'd have been a bad start. Per 1,000 litres off what it could be. However, we're creating loads of it. We are literally producing tons of it. So we don't need it up at the tailors. Is it tailors we've got, or is it spinnery? It's a spinnery, isn't it? We can't get the tailors or the clothier or whatever it's called, because there's not one on this map, is there? So we've got plenty up there. We'll produce a lot more in between now and when it's highest prices, which I think is like into next year now. So I thought we might as well just sell some. Only 8,000 litres worth. I think we're getting somewhere between 15 and 1,600 per 1,000 litres. So it's still not bad. For the eggs, we've got nearly 36,500 litres of eggs. We're gonna get, I think it was it $1? Are we in dollars? We should be in dollars. Yeah, we are in dollars. $1 under 2,600, which isn't bad at all, is it? That is what's going to make us the money here, if we don't crash into a car first. But that is what will make us the money. Right, let's get round here. Let's get these sold. Right, why is it saying eggs are not accepted there? So where on earth are they accepted? Well, wool is not accepted there. Where's the other sell point? This was the same on Elm Creek, wasn't it? Is it next to it? Is it just here? Yes, it is. Right. I mean, it's going to be good. You can see, I mean, this isn't even in easy mode, you know, this is in normal. 106 grand plus 14 grand for environmental score as well, which is currently sat at 94. So not bad. It takes up to nearly 150 grand, which I don't mind at all. Right, what have we been recording for there? 3 minutes. We'll cycle through. We'll see if we can get into December. If something good comes up in the second half of November, we'll stop, but we'll probably go straight into December. Okay, so we're in the second half of December, and you'll already know by the thumbnail, which I've just made, that we've made another purchase. I didn't bother showing it, I just went straight through, but there it is. This came up and it was too good to turn down. Like, it was an absolute steal. It was I can't remember exactly how much it was. It was 200 and low 200, say 220, something like that. It is, what model is it? The X9. And it's just, yeah, there's no way, when this came up, there's no way I could say no to it. Where are we at? So it's the first time we've had our own harvester. It's capacity 16,200. It's got a whopping 690 horsepower. I mean, it's just, it's an absolute steal, isn't it? There is something else in there that we are going to get. So we are going to, in fact, I'll just buy it now, because what it means is I can send this one back. To get the harvester, to get this, what we ended up doing was we sold our pickup, because I'm just not using it, am I? And I don't think, given the gear we've got now, I'm not going to be using it as well, because we're making things in too big a quantity. It's still quite narrow what we do, and it's not like No Man's Land where we're just whacking everything through reductions. It's still quite narrow. I might as well, do you know what? Oh, the other thing as well, I've had a bit of a clear up, so things are sort of put away now compared to what they were. But I'm gonna go and get in the truck, just because I might as well talk while we're doing something. Yeah, it's not like No Man's Land where everything's going through reductions, and that's how we're making our money. It's still quite sort of narrow with the crops that we're doing, and although we are trying to sort of open that out by doing cotton. Right, this is what we want. So it is December, and I totally forgot. December is like key time, isn't it, for barley, for wheat. Have I got some oats as well? Yep, oats, same thing. And then we're a month past for canola, but I should have done canola first actually. But for Ravenport, the canola is really high. Is it the same here as well? Yeah, it's going to be the same. Yeah, it's the same for barley. In fact, all three. Do I have a cover? I do. I can pull this, can't I? I'm thinking back to our tail-X, aren't I? That's what I'm thinking. That couldn't pull anything. Yeah, so we've got this crop to shift. I think this is what we're going to be doing for the rest of the video now, really. There's nothing else I really need to do. There's no actual farm work. We could do the grass, but I'm going to wait till January now, just because by the time we've shifted all this, the video is going to be getting on a bit. I think we come back on around the 15-minute mark. So we up towards 20 minutes now. So yeah, I'm not going to spend, I mean, we've seen it takes a long time to do that grass work, doesn't it? The field's a lot bigger than what we actually give it credit for, our grass field. And then I think January, I think our sorghum field is ready. Pretty sure it is. What I might as well do is get all of this tipped. I can only tip one at a time, can't I? trying to remember. Oh, I'm gonna have to put the menu on. It's been that long, I can't remember how to check. Ah, that's why. It went straight to tip back instead of the other way. Right, so I mean, we've got a good few trips of these to go. I really do love this. If it comes up, I'd buy it. Really fits in as well, doesn't it? Nice wide line there. Keep the speed up. It's like it's 11 o'clock at night, and it's about 27 degrees in Britain, or the area of Britain, the northeast of England. It's absolutely melting. I know for some years that live in various parts of the world. I know there's people who watch from Brazil and probably areas of the US where it's mega hot. You're probably used to it, but it's just utterly ridiculous, the heat. And it's not like in UK, because we don't need it. The majority of our homes aren't like air conditioned or anything like that, where you would get abroad, you would get air conditioned homes. Not here. Doesn't matter if you have doors and windows open, that just makes it even worse. And I've got really, once I've done this one, I'm going to go straight into recording the next episode as well, which will be fun. Just been listening to the Farming Sim, the podcast today, and I do listen to it. I was maybe a week behind this time, or just under a week behind. There's loads coming out, isn't there, in the next sort of, well, the next few releases. I know the next release is the 23rd of August. I'm not even going to say, is it Velmir or something like that? And that is literally off the top of my head, so it might be pronounced completely different to that. But it's them, it's the self-propelled balers, isn't it? Which look really, really good. And then they were talking about another one. Oh, the Volvo one. I can't remember when they said that was coming out. I don't know if they've released a date for that yet or not. But that looks good as well. And then a third party one, pumps and hoses. I'm not overly sure what that's all about. They were talking about getting slurry to fields without having to go and refill tankers and stuff. I'm not sure. But I know it's a third party company that's doing it. They mentioned as well about there's a patch coming out soon, which they think will be before. Did they think it was going to be before the next DLC? So maybe mid-August. Well, maybe in a week or within the next couple of weeks. Right, I do need to keep some of this. How much barley we got left? We'll do one more load. and then I'll keep the rest. If that sorghum fails, I might have to put barley in next. Purely for the chickens. That's all we've got it for. Right. So we've got, that's all our barley. We've got we've got roughly the same amount of oats and canola as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump. We're going to get it all to Ravenport, which is where the top price are, and then we'll come back once we sell it. This is the last of it. 15,800 litres of canola. Everything is here. Well, everything that we want to sell we have kept. We've kept some oats and we've kept some barley as well. The oats I've kept for flour, although I haven't checked to see if in our mill, I'll have a look once I call the train. I haven't checked to see if we can make oat flour in our mill or not, because I'm sure on No Man's Land it was only a specific production. Like one of the productions allowed it and another production didn't. I'm going to switch this on again just so I know that I've actually called it. Are we going to start moving down? Train is going to arrive soon. Only not. I hope. Right. Why is nothing moving? We've had this before. I don't like the look of this whatsoever. We've had a train get stuck on this map before, and that was because there was an update. There hasn't been. Well, I was told. One of the viewers said that it required a new save game after an update. We've now not got any train coming, and that isn't a good sign at all. Right, let us try to resolve this somehow. Okay, so it would appear that the train issue is well and truly back. It's stuck on 689 meters. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter if I fast forward time. It doesn't matter if I go into the next day. It looks like that's an issue on the map. Obviously we restarted the whole map, reset it, and got everything back to sort of what we did on the original map. There's no way I'm doing that again. Didn't it take... What were we up to? Were we up about 7, 8, maybe even more hours it took us to reset it and to get everything back the way it was? Nowhere. It just looks like we're not going to be able to use the Ravenport train for the rest of the series, which is an absolute shame, because not only are the prices generally a bit higher, but I enjoy using the trains as well. So basically all the crop that I put in that silo I've sold here at the Johnson's Farmers Market. This is the last of it. So we'll have a look once we sell this. We'll have a look exactly what we've made. I mean, it's going to be a fair bit. It's going to be enough to pay that 100,000 loan off that we got for the combine. Right, so there's another 20-odd thousand, which brings our total up to 216. So everything we took across there was like, what was it, 100,000 litres of barley or something, 80-odd thousand litres of oats, and then 50,000 litres of canola. 216 grand for that. We will pay that off. So that leaves us with 184 grand. And that is where we're going to leave it. We're going to go into January with quite a bit to do. I know we've sort of rattled, in this episode, we've rattled through, haven't we? I think we were at the start of November when we've ended up sort of at the end of December. I'm gutted about the train thing, I really am, but there's nothing else we can do about it. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.